Don't act crazy. Want you to be the one.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hello everyone, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Here we go. Now here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Throwing it down in style. Butler playing with a lot of force.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Driving inside. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. Here's Duncan. Pass to Eden. Giddey with it. Butler covering. Here's Eden. 4 on the clock. Denied.
One of the most determined defenders you ever see, and pretty good at it as well. Butler all over that one.
Clock at 2. That one's good by Stojakovic.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Outside Butler. Durant for 3.
First personal foul. First team foul.
I think he's trying to do too much. He's not playing within himself. 2 fouls in less than a minute. He's got to turn it back a little bit, dial himself down.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
And Durant doesn't need to get up too high to throw it down. I think he could be dunking well into his 60s.
Pass to Weber. This one for 3. Fires in the triple. Stojakovic has got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The shot by Butler, no good.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Duncan is not messing around when he's in this deep. All business. Very assertive and effective.
Over to the wing. Durant surveying the D. Pass to Edey. Shot clock at 5. They set the pick. Here's Weber. For 3, Durant. Offensive board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul of the game. And so here is Chicago. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's Eden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Chicago leading by 3. Shot on the wing. O'Neal pulls it in. There's a minute 17 left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. Oh, swiped away. Here's Stojakovic. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
They get it again.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
Boy, the size Weber has a real asset in the post, and he knows how to use it for these dunks.
Now here's Giddey. He's scoreless. Pass to Duncan. Back to Giddey. Here's Weber. No good on the triple. Here we go, 1-on-1. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. And it's Edey missing. Chicago with the ball. Here's Duncan. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Duncan's got 5 now.
You set him up, Tim Duncan will knock him down.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Eaton. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And so it... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Now here's Jordan. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You know, once Kareem establishes that inside position, dunking is really easy for him.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Chicago making their last shot.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Here's Wiggins. 19-footer. Pass to Chamberlain. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Leonard. A deep 3. Whoa! Way out there from Leonard.
Hey, when Kawhi Leonard's hitting like that, there's not much you can do on D.
Out of bounds. Away team ball.
They've got a shot at taking back the lead here.
Yes, they do. Could be the opening they've been waiting for.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Now Wiggins. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Clock at 6. Here's Chamberlain. And miss after miss right now.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Shot from the low post is good.
You know, at his size, it's a little easier for Duncan to read the floor and the defense and see where those openings are.
Here's Jordan. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Jordan's got his second basket of the game.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Here's Chamberlain. He shoots. And he knocks the jumper down. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Chicago making a switch here. 55 seconds left in the second period. Oh, a rim Wrecker by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Man, that's just insane. I mean, SGA is so fun to watch with the ball in his hands.
Outside Irving. Pass to Kidd. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here's Deng. Oh, Robinson with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. "35 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Deng, guarded by Durant. Here's Deng, and he banks in the layup. Deng's got his first points in this one.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Kidd. Outside Durant. Pass to Kidd. The three. Unable to get that one. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Outside Irving. Pass to Durant. The rebound by Edey. And here they come. Here's Weber. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Checking in for Chicago, Tim Duncan.
The three knocks down the triple. Weber's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Weber immediately letting that shot fly. Great confidence.
Butler. And Butler is there for the flush.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, that was a tough, gritty, sandpaper-like finish.
Here's Kidd. And a miss there on the triple. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's O'Neal. The rebound by Duncan. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game.
And, you know, Weber's versatility really stands out. I mean, he's a big man that can pass, rebound, and score in a lot of ways.
Chicago trails by 5. Outside Irving. Pass to Robinson. Back to Irving. Here's Duncan. He's got 5. Just 4 to shoot. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Have mercy on that rim, big fella. O'Neal making it happen on the fast break.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. O'Neal's got 5 points.
Assertive move by Shaq. He wasn't waiting around at all.
Jacks up a 3. Can't hit that one. Outside Durant. Pass to Edey. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Edey's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. And a new group getting ready for Chicago.
Now into the lineup for Chicago.
Chicago trails by 13. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And the shot goes in.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Butler on the wing. Pass to O'Neal. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, an immovable, unstoppable force around the rim. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Shaq attack.
Now here's Giddey. Down low. Here's Weber. Launches it. The rebound by Edey. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here we go. Here's O'Neal. It's tipped.
The 9 shots. Weber doing a good job utilizing his length and setting the tone defensively.
Here's Eden. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's the 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 50. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Drives to the hoop. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
They set the pick. Pass to Chamberlain. Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Shot by Leonard, no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Duncan nails it from 3.
So much fun watching Tim Duncan play. So good and efficient.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Jordan picks him up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. 2 on the clock.
Tell you what, Tim Duncan's such an anchor defensively. I mean, when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them with his length.
Pass to Jordan. It's picked off. Here's the break. Here's Duncan.
Duncan that time using his length to take advantage on the break.
Chamberlain, no good.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Michael Jordan. First personal foul. First team foul.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Dang. Wide open. And the jumper is on the mark.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
From deep, Jordan.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time.
Andrew Wiggins.
That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Screen by O'Neal. O'Neal on the wing. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one belongs to Wiggins.
Hey, we know Shaq can bully you, but he doesn't have to. He's got the craftiness and the finesse to get it done in other ways, too.
Here's Jordan. Tipped. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
To stop the run. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Nice work by Duncan to lay into that defender.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And here's Butler outside. The rebound by Duncan. And so here is Chicago. For three, Durant buries it from three. And here's Butler. Pass to Weber. From deep. Connects from downtown.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Duncan. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time.
Andrew Wiggins.
That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for two. And he knocks down the first one.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handles, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Duncan, and it's off from three-point range. And it's O'Neal off the drive.
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Giddey. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd.